There I am. But I want to know, can you hear me? Hey, DJ. Hey, yes. Okay, you can hear me. So I had a few technical issues right there, and then my eyes were running like crazy. Okay, so sorry. And I think I was running that video and it wasn't really live. So I think we have a really good case study today. How was every excuse me, I'm such a pig. How was everyone doing today? Um, I just want to know. Uh-oh. How is everyone doing today? We have, I know these people were here early. Is it a lag on this video? I have my Superman cup, which I love. Lauren was here early and Mind and Minds be on it. She said, hey, everyone, the video will be starting shortly. Make sure you subscribe. I wonder, do you have something copied and pasted? Because that girl, I'm telling you, she put that same thing up there. I'll be like, every time I see them come in, I'm like, oh, I need to get ready. I need to get ready. And then the problem was, you all, I had on a cute jogging suit today and I wanted to wear it on camera with my little Gucci headband. And I'm like, right before it was about to start, I realized that I couldn't wear it on camera. You know why? Because it's green. The outfit is green, and you cannot wear green clothing on green screen. It will wash out. So I was like, oh my God, I gotta find something else to put on. So I literally put this top on, and this top is brand new. It still got a tag on it. Like I just literally threw that on, and then my hair, the headband fell off, and it was just a mess. And I'm like, oh my God, I gotta get on camera right now. And I realized that you cannot wear green on green. How about that? Maybe people don't know that, but that's the truth. You cannot wear green on green screen. So you all ready for the are you all ready for the case study today? You said I'll go to that. We got Keeping Nettie here. Hey, Lauren here. Hey, giving people a chance to log in. DJ. Hey, we have Janika. She said, I make bling cups. You definitely need to check me out. All right. I'm a crafter myself. I make all that stuff too. I just don't be putting it on here, but you all, Janika, is your stuff on your social media? Because then go ahead and tell people how to find you and check out your stuff. Because I ain't gonna lie to you, I do want something with I want a big oversized cup, not something you could just find in stores. I want something that's like really big, really oversized, and I would like to have it blinged out with my logo in the middle, something where I could hold a whole bottle of wine in it. Like, yeah, like for real. So if you think you could do something like that, then maybe we need to talk because I'm too busy and I can't do it all. So let people know where you are, where you know how to find you, how to check out your stuff, and I could definitely check it out too. I need to let people know that I'm on live on here, right? Giving people a chance to log in because we had the technical difficulty. Did you catch the live earlier? Did you catch the live earlier where I was just, I've been going I've been ranting. I mean, juice. You're right, Lauren. I've been ranting this week because I don't know. It's something happening to me where I'm just like, I just, my tolerance is getting stupid low, and I just don't have time for a lot of stuff. And I just noticed that God still blesses me, so I got to be doing something right. I don't know. I don't know. Got to be doing something right. So I'm not feeling any type of way about it. I'm just letting people know that I'm live right now because, like I said, I rushed in the house. Did you get my last one? I rushed in the house and I literally thought I was ready and realized I wasn't ready. So I'm just posting saying that I'm live because you know your social media is so important. So Janika, let people know if you want. Hey Nisha, hey Nisha. Janika says she's ready for the case. Me too. And that's the other thing. I had to. This is the thing. I don't just come in here and get on camera. It takes a lot of preparation to get ready for case studies because I have to do voice recordings, transfer it to MP3, then I have to get it uploaded onto this platform. I have to go and make a thumbnail. It's a lot of work that YouTubers do, and I don't think people realize it. And in addition to trying to look decent on camera, so yeah. When I say you will love me, I take my time. Well, I want to find some type of oversized cup because it could be my signature cup that I'm sipping my juices on camera because I can talk. Hey, Kia, how are you? See, okay, y'all. Here it is, y'all. Check her out. This is her business page. This is her business page here, so check it out. Okay, and I will check it out because I always go back and look at my videos. So I will. I'm addicted to my phone. Nowadays, I don't even know how I will live without it. Hey, Shecago. Good evening, everyone. Hey, blessed one. How are you? So I had a couple of case studies, and I'm like, which one to do because they're all good. They're all good. A couple of them I spoiled because I just came online and started ranting and going right to what I was thinking. But this is still a good one. Just trying to give people time to log in. Um, I'm gonna go ahead. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and play the case study. The name of today's case study is An Eye for an Eye. So listen to it. Hopefully it uploaded correctly because I really struggle getting this up there. So I'm gonna play it twice because a lot of times people say I didn't hear it. So I'm gonna play it twice. It's pretty straightforward, but it's a lot to think about, like most. So here we go.
Shecago, thank you for having me. I really don't know what to do with this one. I have been doing someone that I know. I would say that we're cool. She's not a best friend or anything, but we are cool. She's like an associate of mine. But I really only see her when I do her nails. And I've been doing her nails for a few years now. And she's always, trying to do different crafts, different projects, but, nothing really serious. But this last project, she has been very serious about, and it's doing hair, which she said she used to do hair a long time ago. And, so now it's like she's pressuring me to get my hair done by her. And I have taken a look at some of her work, and I really don't care for the way that she does hair. And she keeps, saying, when am I going to sit in her chair? And I don't know what to tell her. And this last time, she even made the comment of, well, something to the effect of I need to support her because she's been sitting in my chair for years. And so I don't know how to handle that, and I want your advice. Please help.
Okay. So you heard that, but a lot of people, when I first play these, they don't catch them right away. So I'm going to play it twice. So here we go. One more quick time.
Shecago, thank you for having me. Um, I really don't know what to do with this one. I have been doing someone that I know. I would say that we're cool. She's not a best friend or anything, but we are cool. She's like an associate of mine. But I really only see her when I do her nails. And I've been doing her nails for a few years now. And she's always, trying to do different crafts, different projects, but, nothing really serious. But this last project, she has been very serious about, and it's doing hair, which she said she used to do hair a long time ago. And so now it's like she's pressuring me to get my hair done by her. And I have taken a look at some of her work, and I really don't care for the way that she does hair. And she keeps, saying, when am I going to sit in her chair? And I don't know what to tell her. And this last time, she even made the comment of, well, something to the effect of, I need to support her because she's been sitting in my chair for years. And so I don't know how to handle that. And I want your advice. Please help.
Okay, so there you have it. There you have it. So there's your case study for this week. All of them are pretty straightforward, so it seems at first. So let's dig into it, shall we? Okay. Okay, so yes, Janika. And the thing of it is, my videos stay up forever. So you'd be surprised because that's how I have built my other businesses. Because any advertisement that you get on social media, if it stays on a person's page or it stays out there in the universe, it's always a running billboard. And that's one of the things I talk about, in entrepreneurship, anything that you do, that social media is our best free friend, because it's constant advertisement for you, for your brand 24 hours a day. So it's no problem. Thank you for supporting me. Okay. I see you with that new fancy expensive phone. Who? Who? Me? Yeah, yeah, because y'all know I will sit. I had the iPhone 6 for years and I just switched over to this 11. Okay. And I'm trying to make sure I get all the everything out of it. And I got the most powerful one. And yeah, I did. But it'll be like 5 more years before I do it again. You said thank you. Your birthday, you Pisces like me. Tomorrow's your birthday, and this is the biggest blessing ever. What? Really? Well, y'all make sure y'all go over and support and check her out because I will be looking. And yeah, I really want a big cup, but I do want it blinged out. So let me know. We're gonna get together on that. Hey Tara. I have the perfect idea. Okay. Renita says, is this supposed to sound distorted? Yes, the voices are put through a special program to distort the voices to protect people's um to protect them, I'm going to say, because it's a small world. So voices do sound different on here, and that's why I play them twice, because the voices are a bit distorted because some people don't want they don't want it out there because a lot of people put a lot of sensitive information out. Okay, so we're going to get into the questions like we normally do, right? Okay. You say I would say I already have someone I'm seeing and that I don't cheat on my stylist. Because that's how I really am. Once I find someone I like, I don't switch or experiment with new people, nothing personal. This is a big one. I cried because I couldn't understand why my friends wouldn't support me with my nail business. And my husband explained that everyone doesn't want to be a guinea pig, but they will come. You said, oh, yes. Janika, your best clients will be strangers. And I tell people that all the time, and they don't believe me until they jump into this. So let's do this. Let's jump right into the first question because I got the good questions. What is the problem? I mean, like, what is the problem in this case study? What problem is this particular technician having? What is the problem? It's really just that simple. What do you think is the problem? If you don't see that there's a problem, just say no problem. And that's it. So I'm going to give you 30 seconds to answer. Like I always do, 30 seconds to answer, and we'll come back and we'll see what people have to say. Please participate. Don't just be a bystander. No one ever agrees fully. You will have like five people that say the same thing, and there'll be one person that comes and says something totally different. So what do you think? What is the problem? If they're not using any chemicals, I'd support them at least once. So is that the only answer that we have? So is there a problem here? Because obviously this client is feeling like some type of way. This client is feeling like there's some type of way. Like, I've been coming to you all this time and I'm doing this here, and you're going to come sit in my chair? Like, you never, like, you can come sit in my chair. Lorna said, I don't really think there is a problem. I don't think there is a real problem. Hey, Noreen. Noreen, hey, the name of that bingo is just simply bingo game. It's like, just Google, wait, I'm going to pull it up real quick because I got it on the screen. It's simply called my bingo manager. It's really simple. Like, if you put in online bingo, it'll come up really, really easily. It was easy for me to find that. So, and then I saw that, and I'm kind of diverging, but I'm giving people time to type something. Like, from the bingo game, a few of the prizes had gotten mixed up, and I wasn't sure, but I'm not going to lie to you. At that point, everything had already been packaged up, taped up, labels made, everything had been weighed out, which took me over an hour or so to do. So at that point, I was just like, I think it's a little bit of a mix-up, but it was all free. So I'm like, we're going to have to just roll with it. And that was a learning lesson for me. Next time, packages will be pre-made, and whoever wins, I'll be writing their name and throwing it in the box. So it was too late kind of to switch it out. Okay, you said my hair is important, and I don't let just anyone mess with it. If I'm not feeling her work, I wouldn't go to her either. I see no problem. She doesn't like how she does hair. Yeah, and that's the thing. She looked at her work and she said she didn't like it. She needs an excuse. What is the problem? She needs an excuse. She doesn't know what to do. Okay, thanks. No problem. I didn't forget. I see everything, but I'll be running around like doing so much stuff. No problem. The client is trying to make something a problem when it's really a personal problem with the client. Noreen said, I agree. Okay. I'm just seeing what people got to say, because see, if a person says something like that to you and they constantly, saying it, and then they turn around and say, well, throw up in your face that they've been coming to you, then they feel some type of way. So there obviously has to be a problem, right? So this is why this person is like, I don't know what to do. Oh my God, help me. So, okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to move on to the next question, because it doesn't have to be an all day thing. Let's move on to the next question. So what would you do differently in this scenario? So if we listen to the case study, this client has always been working on different projects and things, but with the hair, she seems to be a little more serious, and she has mentioned that she has done hair in the past. And so this is her thing that she's going to do. Like, she's going to do it. Like, yes, this is it. This is for real. So I really need you to support me on this. So, like, what would you do differently? Like, how would you handle this scenario? Because probably in the past, because this person, so you got to listen to the case study. That's why I play it twice. In the past, this person has done things, right? And it's just be like every other time she's coming to you, she's talking about something different. And we all know people like that, period. Every time you talk to them, they're over here, they're over there, they're doing this, they're doing that. So you can kind of skate by just being like, oh, that's nice. Oh, that's nice. Okay. And it is nice. But you know that they always here. So what would you do differently in this scenario when they're coming a little more aggressive towards you? I'm going to give you like 30 seconds on this. 30 seconds. I always try to give people a chance to type and say what they have to say so I don't move ahead too far ahead of people. So let's go. Okay. Yes, you are finally catching a live, Everlasting. How have you been? How have you been? She's trying to guilt trip her by saying she's coming to her when no one forced or asked her to sit in the chair. But you know that there obviously is a problem because she said that. When I started cosmetology school, I had to get my hair done by someone on the senior floor. I just had her do something simple, a blow dry and a French roll. But this girl says she used to do hair and she's back into it. So she don't really think of herself as a student. She's saying like she's going back into hair, like she figured it out. She's going back to her, thing. So Lexi said, yes, there is a problem. She seems like she would have supported her work, but isn't good. So now she doesn't want her touching her hair. If she doesn't support the client, may go to a new nail tech. See, see what Lexi said. Lexi was on that last case study too. Um, I'm late. You late? You late? You late? Yes, Lexi, you are late, but you own it. And the client seems like she got hustler mentality anyway. She doesn't even take it seriously enough. Sounds all over the place. Yeah, you meet those type of people all the time. If she leaves for that reason, she wasn't for me. I'm the client now. Hopefully, she's learned from our past interactions. Hmm. Does she even have a license to do hair? Yeah, let's just say yes. She has a license to do hair. It's a lot of people out here that went to hair school when they were young and they just never pursued it. Just like with nails, a lot of people have a nail license. They just, or an esthetician license or a barber license. But a lot of people, I'm telling you, a lot of people get licenses in this field, in the beauty field, and they don't grow with it because they don't know how to run their business. It's just that simple. Or they're not good, or a combination of the two. So, yeah. So I'm going to move on to the next question really quickly just to see what people have to say. And because these case studies stay up and these are really helping people. I get comments all the time saying that they watch these case studies from a year ago and it helps them today. So this is why I ask these questions this way. Let's go. Do you think your answer will affect your money? Like Lexi was saying, do you think your answers or your answer to this particular situation will affect your money? Something to think about when these type of situations that we kiki with. We talked about last time how people have crazy wild scenarios in their life going on and they start divulging, telling you more intimate details of their life. Depending on how you answer, blah 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 can happen. So here is a situation in particular, and do you think your answers will affect your money? If she has left hair for a while, she may need to get current again, like I did. It has changed, and I had to change with the comeback. When you came back in, I'm gonna say. So Muni said, Wait. Muni said, absolutely. Absolutely. What is that down there? Is that a little beer hanging? Absolutely. What is that hanging? If she says no, hmm. She'll slowly tip less or book less. Sucks. But who wants jacked up hair? Hmm. Everlasting said, absolutely, if she can't handle the truth. It might affect your money. We learned early about the barter system. So basically, this person is asking you to go into a barter system, possibly. Yes, it will, because the client seems salty. Just keeping it real here. We're just keeping it real here. All good answers, all good answers. Let's dive a little bit deeper into this, shall we? Do you tell her your true feelings? If so, how do you do it? So, for those of you all who see what it is, if you do, you tell her your true feelings, how do you do that? Like, give me a sentence or two of what you would say to this person, because they may be asking you to go into a barter, or they're basically putting you on the spot saying, well, I've been coming to your chair for 2 years now. I mean, like, you don't seem, you wear wigs all, like me, I wear wigs all the time, right? So it's like, why don't you let me do your hair? I do real good, such, just, whatever. Or let me make you a wig. They may say, let me make you a wig. You wear wigs all the time. So why won't you let me make you a wig? I've been coming to your chair for 2 years. So you tell them your true feelings, and how do you do that? Something to think about. Y'all ain't answering the question. You're not answering the question. Do you tell them your true feelings? If so, how? 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 It's all business, nothing personal. So you just gonna look at her and say, it's all business, nothing personal. How? Hmm. Hmm. They said they aren't friends, so telling the truth could hurt. How? 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 How, Noreen? How, Muni? How? Janika was like, I'm not gonna tell her. I told y'all, everybody don't think the same. So, I mean, Muni, what? I probably wouldn't. Okay. Keep it Daddy said, girl, I'll let you know when I'm ready. Slippery slope there, Muni. I mean, Nettie. Keep it Daddy, that's a slippery slope there, because now you done opened it up. You ain't said no. We talked about keeping it real in the last video. This is a case study. These things happen. These things happen. So, okay, I'm going to move on because I have one more quick question. There it is. Do you try to support your friends who support you even if you don't like the product or service? It's the same thing. And I guess my question here is, see, we have to think about it. It's not only hair this case is about. It's about the fact that once you really get into your craft and you start to build a big clientele, people don't realize that they have people coming every which way. So we're talking about hair, but you got other people like uh buy my lashes, my child selling chocolates, all this stuff. So this kind of pertains to all of this. Okay. So do you try to support your friends or associates, or we're going to change this, your friends, associates, or clients who support you, even though you don't like their product or service, or you're not interested in their product or service? See, if this channel is, I say the stuff that people don't want to say. I say the stuff that people only say to certain people, but they don't, want to talk about out loud. I'm going to talk about it out loud. That's why this channel exists. So, question, we're going to change that. Friends, family, clients who are supporting your business, do you feel obligated to support theirs when they come to you, even if you don't like or have an interest in the product or service that they're offering? How do we handle that? Like, seriously, I'm not even going to look at the comments. I'm going to put 1 minute up here because I want you to think about it. I want you to give me an answer. Please give me an answer. I have not clicked on comments because I didn't want to see what people had to say. Now we're going to go into it. Don't be afraid to talk on here. So here go keeping Nettie done put herself up in a tangled web talking about I'll keep you in the loop. I'll let you know when I'm ready. So now it's going to be weird because let me tell you what's going to happen with that. Now every time she comes, she's going to be looking at your hair. So you can't go get your hair done now. Did you ever think about that, Nettie? Did you ever think about that? Every time she comes to you now, she's going to instantly look at your hair as soon as you walk in the door. So if you ever get your hair done, you have created a problem, a bigger problem. Just saying. I'm just a messenger. I'm just throwing random thoughts out there. You be laughing because she already know. Girl, I already have my stylist just like you have me as your nail tech. I don't believe in cheating. That's cute. That's cute. That's cute. It's cute. But people will be people. No. Life with Jen. Hey, Jen. For myself, it depends on the product. If I need it or I would use it, I would support it. If not, I would support in other ways by sharing it, etc. I said stuff that you really don't have an interest in or need or want or even like. I'm going to come back with my final thoughts, but okay. But, when you do this full time, you run into all these different types of scenarios. I support friends and family, absolutely. However, it's been a physical product. So again, no jacked up hair. You can't support everyone. I have like 4 braiders, but only one braids my hair. And if the others can understand and if the others can't understand and get mad, I can't help that. I just may lose some clients. Push through, Lexi. I try to support, but I'm not buying nothing I don't like or I won't use. Push through, Nisha. Uh-oh. Sometimes you can't support everyone. I'm not saying anything yet. Not if I am not interested. I don't have to like 100% to support. Now, you just can't come up with some get rich scheme and think I should go for anything. Ooh, you know what? She could share her page and her stories. That's support. Lauren is a busy bee. She always on the phone, on the computer. So we glad you're still here with us. So You know, bless me, say bless me. Such a lady. Um, anyway, this is such an interesting case to me because this is real life and this is how this thing really, really happens. And I just want to see how you all will handle this because you got to think about it. We're here on a case study, but how can you think fast on your feet when this happens and this person is literally sitting 2 feet across from you or a foot and a half in your face and they're putting you on the spot like this? Like, how do you handle that? So, thank you, Noreen. Bless you for my cough sneeze. Thank you, everlasting life. You know I'm a lady. Like, where my tissue? And I know my hands are rusty. You know, I don't ever keep lotion, so I'm gonna put some hand sanitizer. I'm sitting in my makeup chair. I'm gonna put some hand sanitizer on there. And I know it's gonna dry it out more, but it'll temporarily make it look moisturized, right? You say I wouldn't say anything, but if she keeps pushing, I would say I'll support you on something else. Now that's gonna be awkward because now she's like, what you trying to say? What you trying to say? It can get tricky with these people, I'm telling you. Yep, I would say I don't cheat, nothing personal. In school, somebody wanted to do my hair, but I had to explain that I've been seeing my stylist forever, but I'm always willing to support what's in my budget. If she can't do hair, she can't do hair. Mm, 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 mm. So, yeah, this is a interesting one. And if you are doing this full time and start growing your clientele, you will run into something similar. Is she even licensed though? Yeah, we're just gonna say she is licensed. But we know that some of the best people are not licensed necessarily. But yeah, we're gonna say she is. She used to do hair back in the day, but whatever. So she's back into it. And she's even posting her work and everything. And you go to look at it and you don't care for it. You don't like it. What do you do? You said trust. I've got all kinds of folks in my chair. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, honestly, when I picked my braider, I asked them all how long it took them, and I told them all. I told them all I went with the one who could do it in the shortest time. Whew. Yeah, people have different qualifications. Lash tech, makeup artists, braiders. Yeah, we're gonna all run into it. So what I'm gonna do is we're 40 minutes into this video. What I'm gonna do, I have a little show here, and it all runs the same. So you already know what time it is. I'm gonna take a quick little break. Quick break. It's going to be like 2 minutes and 20 seconds. You can grab your beverage or whatever, and you can come back and I'm gonna give my final thoughts on it. And then what we're gonna do is if anybody has a mini consultation question that you want to do live here online, then we can do that. If you want to do an Instagram takeover or Instagram audit here live online, these are free. You're just doing it live on camera and they stay up forever. Do not come back and ask me to take it down. I will not. Because by participating in an online consultation, you agreed to have the content out to the real world. So okay, we're gonna go and come right back, okay? Okay.
Now available at www.chicagobeautysource.com. Again, that's www.chicagobeautysource.com.
I guess I gotta come off camera, huh? Y'all know when I start adjusting in my chair, I'm going to say some things that everybody may not agree with. And I start sipping out of my juice cup, my sippy cup. So, once again, this is where emotions get funny in business because at the end of the day, we are working. We're at work. And this is no different than being at the 9 to 5 job because we're just talking about hair with one client. Somebody who decided to become a hairstylist all over again, one client. If your books have 100, 200, 300 different people rotating in and out your chair over the months or whatever, those are a lot of people. And while you may be good at bonding and connecting with people, people don't take in the large scope of how many people you touch on a regular basis. A lot of people do forget, and it's not their job to do so, but they forget that you sit in my chair every 2 weeks, but 50 people sit in my chair every 2 weeks. 75 people sit in my chair every 2 weeks. And while we're cool, I'm just as cool. I'm just as cool. I'm just as cool. We super cool. We damn near real friends. Hell, this is like my sister. You get what I'm saying? And so that can be expensive. That can get to be expensive. Let me explain something to you. We have our regular bills. And on top of that, you have your immediate friends and family. And it can be some months, and tell me if you can relate. If you relate to what I'm about to say, just type amen, amen, amen. It gets to be expensive sometimes when people start inviting you to stuff. You want to be invited, you want to come, you want to buy gifts and all of that, but that's an extra bill. And these are the things that people don't want to talk about. They're too embarrassed. They don't want to look cheap. They don't want to look broke. And so people don't get it. But you can have months where you are invited to 2 damn baby showers, a bridal shower. You got to go to 4 different birthday parties that month. And you always buy a drink. It's the couth. It's the thing to do to have some couth. You're invited to a dinner party. Your best friend's birthday is coming up. And then on top of that, to add clients on top of that who are asking you to buy candy for little Jimmy's fundraiser. So you have 2 and 3 little Jimmy's fundraisers to buy overpriced ass chocolate, where a candy bar that used to be this big and they used to be chunky and big and thick. And now the same candy bar that you used to buy for $2 that was really big, and it also had a coupon. If you're not old enough to remember, those used to come with a coupon to Pizza Hut or somewhere, Subway sandwich or something. So you didn't feel that bad about supporting that person buying little Jimmy's oversized chocolate bar because it was a coupon on the inside of it. So nowadays they done taken away the darn coupon. The coupon don't even exist no more. But you still gotta buy little Jimmy's. They ain't even oversized no more. You still gotta buy little Jimmy's little overpriced. Now it's an overpriced ass, just a little overpriced ass bar. Okay. So now you buy 3 little Jimmy's overpriced ass bars. You got 2 damn you got a housewarming to go to. You got 4 birthday parties you've been invited to. You got 2 damn baby showers. Your best friend getting married. Your other son, your other godchild just got all A's. You get what I'm saying? Do you know how much they add up to? That's why I had to take a break before I started talking, because I'm just reading all these comments and look. The more you know, the more expensive it is to know people. It is expensive to know people sometimes. Okay? If you was on my live earlier, I said, I got to go drop off my gift to my niece. I'm forever in the store buying something for somebody. I'm forever in the store buying a gift, doing that. And some people may say, she cheap. Whatever. You don't realize how many people I know. You don't realize how many gifts I buy every month. You don't realize how many events I'm expected to show up to. And now you want me to come sit in your chair and get a hairstyle that I don't even want. What am I supposed to do? It's expensive to know people. I calculated 1 month. I had spent like $200 and $300 on just gifts for other people. That's a car note. Yes. Hell, this past month, my sister just got married. Okay, I paid for one thing. And then I show up and I do this. I bring a drink. I do this. And I couldn't help myself. I still went and bought them a post-marital gift. They don't even know it's coming. What about the stuff, the bills I already have for my social life? Because this is adding on another quote unquote social life. Don't nobody think about it like that, but I am a businesswoman. And so I look at all my expenses. And when I start seeing my expenses kind of get out of whack, I'm like, it gets to be expensive. I'm going to read some comments and I'm going to keep going with this. Lauren laughing. Muni said, amen. Lauren said, can't relate, but I'm going to go ahead and say amen. Lexi said, amen. Everlasting said, amen. Noreen, amen. Nisha, amen. Noreen said, $1, $1 a pizza. Yes, they even took away the coupons. So now they done raised the price of these little bars of candy that they want you to buy from Little Jimmy. Not them, but I'm just saying the companies. And they done made the darn candy bars is so thin. And back in the day, those candy bars used to be thick, really thick, and you can break off of it and eat a piece of your bar over the course of some days. Now you could just really just eat the whole thing in 2 or 3 bites and you get no coupon. And then you look cheap if you buy 1 bar. So you got to buy at least 2 or 3 bars. So, look, I'm just saying. I don't feel obligated to attend everything I'm invited to. I'll be trying because people get mad at you when you're not supporting them. Back when I worked at a regular job, people would come in to try to sell stuff. People, that's what I'm saying. People forever try to sell you and invite you to stuff. And I like to be invited to stuff. I like to get outside. But I guess my point is people forget that it starts to run up a tab. And that tab goes into my entertainment tab, my entertainment budget. Because if you want to make money, you have to budget your money. You can't just spend every dime you got. That's terrible. That means you don't know how to budget money. You have to have a budget for certain things. And I just noticed that sometimes things get out of control. And I'm just like, okay. Like I had a weekend where I had to go to a baby shower, a bridal shower, and then somebody wanted us to put, it was like so many things. And it was like almost $200 that week that I had to put out for different things. And people will look at you and say that you being cheap, but they don't know what your social life is like, or they don't know what your circle is like. They don't know how big your circle is. People just assume that they're the only thing on the radar. I be having sometimes 6 or 7 things a month on the radar that requires me to spend money. So, dang. I learned early to say no. You said people forever trying to sell stuff at the salon I work at. Yes, some even be trying to throw in the black card sometimes. And we talked about the black card earlier, right? I can't stand, don't throw in a black card at me because we'll be arguing because I don't care. I don't give a shit about a black card. Okay? I care about green, and if you are providing what I'm paying for, and if it's worth it, and that's all I care about, I really don't care. How about that? So you can look at me and say whatever you want to say. I don't really care. Some even be trying to sell bed sheets and socks. Yeah, you get your hair done by her one time, she will expect you to come back monthly to fix the upkeep, to keep it. Yeah. So to me, that is a sticky situation because, and that has happened to me before, and that was an interesting case study because here's the thing. This goes back to your self-worth, and you have to be careful with people trying to put emotion in business. Because if you're coming to me because you like what I do. You're coming to me because you like what I do and you like it, and that's why you come. I am under no obligation to spend money with you. And it's really just that freaking simple. Just because you spend money with me, it does not fucking mean that I have to spend money with you if I don't want to. And if a person did that to me, that would send me into a negative space because of this. You spend money at Walgreens every damn week. You spend money at Walmart every darn day. You spend money at the gas station with Habib and them all the time. When you're doing whatever, do you go up in there and throw that on them? They will look at you like you're crazy. Habib, I buy gas here every week. I spend $60 a week, Habib, here buying gas from you. So you got to buy little Jimmy's Crunch bars. Do you do that? Do they do that? No. Do they walk up in Walgreens and ask to speak to the store manager? Well, I have seen it done before, but most people do. 99.9% of people do not walk up in Walgreens and say, I need to speak to the store manager. I spend over $300 here in prescriptions. I have my mother's prescriptions here. I have prescriptions here, and I buy my household items here, and I shop here faithfully for 15 years. So I need you to buy my product and put it in the store. They don't do that, do they? Do they? The bars that people go into every week, and they go and they spend all this money buying expensive overpriced shots of whatever, and bang, strawberry hennies and all this stuff. They don't walk into that bar and tell their bartender, you got to buy this from me because I spend so much money and I tip you every week when I'm in here for Taco Tuesdays. Do they do that? No. So you as the nail tech or hairstylist or anyone in the beauty industry, why do you feel so obligated that you have to spend money across the board with everybody who sits in your chair? You do not. And if you put that frame of reference in your mind that these people are spending money across the board, not just with you. So don't act like do you only spend money with me? So out of your whole paycheck, you only spend money with me. No, they don't call a damn mortgage broker or their mortgage company and say, look, I've been paying my mortgage with you all for 12 years. I need you to give me some of this money back so I can buy me a new salon chair. No, they don't call their car note people and say, look, car note people, I bought 2 cars and financed them with you. You should give me some of that money back to do X, Y, Z. No. So why would we, as a beauty professional, because it is not just nail techs, why would we feel so guilty and obligated when they try, if a person tries to do this to you, to say, I've been spending money with you for 2 years getting my nails done. So you have to come sit in my chair because now I'm selling something. You have to come spend with me because I've been spending with you. I'm just saying. When you put it in those terms, you will shift and take that guilt off of you that people will try to put on you. What is a black card? A black card is when, maybe you're not black, but it's when a black person tries to guilt another black person into doing business or spending money with them simply because they are another black person. And people will pull that and try to hold it over your head, which is not enough to convince me. What is the thread count though, Lauren? If it's your yeah, now some good thread count now, 800 and up. How much is it? I'm just saying. So you talking about what people come in selling. Oh yes, I have some flat irons in there that I bought over there at South Lake Mall, and I got that and a stun gun. And I think I bought a third thing. But you know what? That stun gun and that flat iron, that was a good deal. That was a good deal. I talked them down for like 45 minutes and I got it. But it's like my best. I bought other flat irons and I still go back to those. So it was a great deal. Sometimes you get a great deal. So you said, good point. You have a wash of all your money, no profit from buying from each client. You can't buy from everybody. You can't buy into everybody. Thank you for explaining. Oh yeah, no problem. Hi, Kia, you're from New Zealand. Thank you for checking in. What time is it there? Love Love you watching and learning from you. Love watching your. Yes. What time is it there? Thank you so much for tuning in. Please talk more. I need to hear this because I feel like I always have to support. It's okay to support. Let me be clear. But what I want you to do is get your mind right on this. Let's be clear. It's okay to support. I support all the time. It's like I'm always with a package to drop off. I'm always stopping by to even buy a drink or something for someone, their birthday, hey, whatever. But if you try to guilt me or make me feel like I have to because you got your nails done by me, we got a problem. Now we got a problem because you paid and I delivered. An exchange was made. And if you did it because I don't think they did it because of that, but you cannot hold that over me because I owe you nothing. You coming in, and let me tell you another word that kind of gets under my nerves, on my nerves too, and I need to stop using it. I don't like the word supporting me. You do business with me. There's a difference. When a person kind of keeps saying the word, I support you, I support you, I support you, there's an underlying type of thing there that people are saying without saying it, and a lot of people don't even realize they're doing it. But let's think about it. They're almost like saying like, you need me. Okay. And the truth of the matter is it's simply a business transaction and we simply know each other. That is the truth. It's a business transaction and we know each other. You're not supporting me. You're paying me for a service or a good or a service, and I'm giving it to you at this price. It's a transaction, a mutual agreement. There is no support. Because if that's the case, then I'm supporting your beauty. You like the way I make you look. So you're not, if that's the case, then I'm supporting you that way and you supporting me this way. But let's X all that out because it's a business exchange. So when people say that, it kind of wipes away the fact that what you do, what you offer in the transaction. Just like they gave you money for nothing. They gave you money and you sat there and worked on them and sweated and, did all this and you did something for that money. So supporting, a person who's supporting for real, you really want to look at that word. That means you just gave me money and just said, I love you. Here's $100 just because I love you and give you a hug and do whatever. Well, I give you $1,000 a month to pay your car note or whatever and your cable bill or whatever. That's supporting because you just gave it to me because you love me. Now that's a person supporting a person. Let's not get it twisted. Okay? Just giving money to somebody because you love them and you feel obligated to. That's supporting. That's being supportive. What we're doing are business transactions. And when a person says that they're trying to guilt you, like Lexi said earlier, Lexi was on the money earlier and she's on the money today. That person is subconsciously trying to gaslight you, guilt you into feeling obligated to do something because they want you to think that they did you a favor by coming and sitting in your chair. Now, people may say that's a reach. It's not a reach because human beings do stuff like that all the time, not even realizing that they're doing it. A lot of people are not doing it purposely. They just do it. Okay. And then you have some people who are just manipulative and will try to do it purposely. But a lot of people don't even realize that they're gaslighting you into thinking that they're doing more for you than you're doing for them. And you are not doing, it's a transaction. There was an equal mutual transaction. Lexi is on it 2 weeks in a row. I'm going to read some comments. Oh, it's 4 o'clock Monday. So it's 4 p.m. Perfect timing for you then. Welcome, welcome. Okay. It's okay to support, but definitely don't feel obligated to. But when people say comments like that, I've been coming to you. I mean, I've been sitting in your chair for almost 2 years. Why can't you? Now they're trying to guilt you. Excuse me, I'm a lady. I'm sorry. X that out. But yeah, and people slip in comments like that. I would support those that treat you well, meaning they are punctual, refer people, maybe tip well. Yeah. And I do too, but it gets to be expensive. Sometimes it can be really expensive. And me, with no kids, single, no kids, and all that, I don't really have a lot of things for people to come and celebrate a lot of times because I just be kind of low key. And so I find myself spending a lot of money and being obligated and committing myself to a lot. And you have to watch that because it can get expensive quickly. Exactly. It's a business transaction, not a chair hopper. Be a good judgment of character. The word supporting has an undertone. Yep. Similar to the word charity. Yeah. When people keep saying, I'm supporting you, I'm supporting you, I'm supporting you. You're not supporting me. You're paying for a service. And that I get it, but I don't think some people understand, like, if the way you use that can be kind of like condescending. It just depends on how a person is using it. Like they keep saying, I'm supporting you, like I'm doing you a favor. I don't have to. You don't. You don't. You like what I do. That's why you come. Okay? Exactly. Took the words out of my mouth. I hate the word support. That's just like in Atlanta, another famous word in Atlanta that they love to use, exposure. When they're trying to get you to do something free, they love to use the word exposure. Basically saying, I ain't paying you. I want you to do it for free. But it's the cute way to say, I don't want to pay you. You're going to get exposure. I got so tired of people saying exposure in Atlanta. I got so sick of it. Yep. I provided a service in my place of business, and it's better than the chop shop you came from. So you're not supporting me. You came here for a reason. You didn't just say, oh, I'm getting great service over here, but I like her so much and I want to support her, so I'm going to go over there because I want to support her. You came over here for a reason. Let's not act like you're not benefiting. It's a mutual benefit. Hey, guys. Hey, nail charmer. I said the guilt trip. Yeah, you did. You did. It was me. Yes, you said it too. You did. I've had my share of clients and experiences. Yep. I'm telling you. Hold on. Oh, these comments are backing up on me. When I get the rant, and I'll be like, oh my God, I got 30 comments. You showed me a photo and I made your nails look better than the picture. Bloop. So you weren't supporting me. You were paying me for what I did. And they think, oh, you can just do this or do that for them. Like it doesn't take your time or product. That's what I'm saying. So you're not supporting. You're coming and we're doing a business transaction. So I know that some people say it and they don't mean it that way, but depending on how it's used, when people start trying to throw it up in the air and using the word support, they are trying to guilt you into thinking that you need them and they just gave you money just to be giving you money, which is not the case. So don't let that get in your head and mess with you. You explained this very clear because when I have clients, I always say thanks for supporting. Now I need to say thanks for your business exchange. I say that too. That's why I said it depends on how it's said. And in this case study, the client used it in a way that was not cool. Like, I've been coming to your chair, Basically, she was saying like, and people, it has happened to me before. It doesn't happen all the time. But so when people are watching this, it's like, it's nothing wrong with the word support, but if it's used the wrong way, it can be condescending or it could be a guilt trip or it could be gaslighting you. So if it's said in a way like, well, I feel like I've been supporting you for this long, so I don't understand what the problem is. When they say stuff like that, then that's a guilt trip. Now, when people come and say, "Yeah, I like this. I like to support what you do," because that's just really neutral. They really just mean they want to support you. But you can use that support word in a weird way that comes off to guilt trip the person. And that's why this case study exists, because the person was clear in trying to use it in a guilt trip. Okay. I always say I would love to, but I'm doing Dave Ramsey. What you know about Dave Ramsey? I've been on Dave Ramsey for years. I am doing Dave Ramsey's financial piece to pay off debt, and all my extra money has to go to that. Most people don't know quite what to say to that because they probably don't know who Dave Ramsey is. Dave Ramsey was around before Suze Orman. For those of you all who know who Suze Orman is, because I'm into money. All right. not just doing nails. You take the money, you take this talent and you scale it. Okay. Janika, just say thank you for your business. I mean, you, because I say it too, but it's like all I'm saying is watch how it's being said, and you'll know when it's being said in a way to try to guilt you. You'll know, you'll know, you'll know. Yep, thanks for the business exchange. No, it's okay. It just depends on how it's said. In this case study, it was said in a weird way to make her feel uncomfortable. Thanks. I mean, it's true. I'm just trying to pay those this household. I'm gonna say this house. Okay, yeah. Patronizing sounds better. I use that word with somebody, but sometimes I'm gonna tell you so. Patronizing can be. I used that word recently with somebody, and I know they are pissed because I told them I'm not a good fit. Thank you for your patronage. Basically, I don't want to do you anymore. It was nice though. So it's like certain words can come off a certain way, and it depends on how it's being used. This particular client was not being nice. They were being nice nasty. They were getting salty because they felt like the technician owed them something simply because they were coming to them. And I don't want anyone to ever feel like that. Thanks for your patronage. I say that sometimes to people I don't know. I'll just be like, thanks for coming. How about that? That's very neutral. Thanks for coming. I hope to see you soon. I say thanks for your support too, but support can be iffy. It's weird, just depends. So anyway, I just wanted to say that I thought this was a really good case study because it can be expensive. And because we are in contact with more people than most people. Okay. So most people go to work and they have their people at work, but it's that same little group of people at work. And then we have our friends and family. So they have their people at work, little group, and then friends and family. We have all these clients and then our friends and family. We're talking on a more intimate level and touching on people. So we tend to have a little more of a bond with the people that we work with. And it gets to be expensive sometimes. And I like to do as much as I can for everyone. But at the same time, I can't always keep up with the Joneses. And somebody may say, well, you got it. That's why I got it, because I don't waste money. And if you are going to look, I try to get gifts that are more thoughtful than anything. So if you're one of those people that are going to judge what I buy you based off a brand or anything like that, then you'll think I hate you, because I'm getting something based off of what I think you need and what I think you like based off your personality versus trying to one up and say I spent X amount of dollars, because I like to spend money, but I don't waste money. Thanks for your patronage. They need some chips with that salt. Thanks for coming. Yes. I'm going to make an Insta story. Thank you for your business. I really like thanks for coming. I'm going to steal that one. Yeah, I hope to see you soon. Don't forget to book on the link. Amy, and I love that you are frugal. That's how you stay in business. Yes, I don't like just wasting money and stuff. I spend money, but I am when I'm overspending, and I will dial the hell back. Okay, I sure the hell will. And if I don't have, let me tell you another thing. When it comes to baby showers and bridal showers and housewarmings and all this stuff, it's not necessarily, and if a person is judging you based on that, then that's a silly ass person. Because if you're trying to base it off of how much I spent, you should base it off the fact that I came and I celebrated with you. And especially if I even tried to think of something, thoughtful. And plus, you don't know what I got going on financially that month besides you, because the world don't revolve around you. And hell, I'm here. I see people all the time. My friend bought me a $500 gift basket. They don't be friends 2 years later. You cannot take that and say, I like you more because I spent more money on you. I cannot spend that much money on you and get you a gift that'll make you cry. You get what I'm saying? So with the hair, I didn't even answer that question all the way, did I? Let me think about it. Let's see. How would I handle that? be real honest with you because this does happen. I don't like getting my hair done because I was telling one of my good friends this the other day. I've said this a couple times. If you know me, you know it to be true. I don't like getting my hair done because I don't like going to salons. I don't like going to salons because it's like being at work. I don't care if it's not my place of work. Being sitting up in somebody's salon feels like I'm at work. It's just weird. I don't feel relaxed in salons because I've been in so many salons all my life. So if a person were to try to throw that on me, depending on who they were, to be honest with you, I might be like, see, I wear wigs. They'd be like, I'll make you a wig. Okay, but I'm gonna be honest with you. This is me, this would be my real life answer. I buy a lot of synthetic wigs. Okay, this wig's like $50. So I'm just saying I don't really spend a lot of money. I would actually let the person do something if they could stay within my budget. I would let them tinker around, but I would tell them the truth. I really just get my hair braided down a lot. That's it. I got a girl who comes to me and she does, and she braids me down every 6 weeks or so. And I just oil my scalp and I just wash my hair in the shower. Every week I wash my hair while I'm in the shower. I do. I scrub it down with peppermint and all that. And I oil my scalp every other day. Every 2-3 days, I oil my scalp. And I just let my hair grow out. I don't really get my hair done. So for me, that's how I would go around it. And if they kept going with it, I would be like, I don't get wigs made because I wear synthetic wigs. Like, and if they felt some type of way, I'd be like, shit, I'll keep you in mind if I ever get it done, but I know I don't ever get it done. I buy synthetic wigs all the time. And I tell them I got a couple of human hair wigs that I haven't even used yet. And it's the truth because I like to change up my style a lot. So I just don't, I found a system that works for me. But the truth is that person's going to feel some type of way because they didn't hear shit you just said. They didn't really hear you. What they heard is, I've been supporting her. And she don't want to return the favor. This is why I don't fool with da, 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 da. This is how they're gonna translate it in their head because that's how humans think. Silly humans think. And it's not even about that. It's I looked at it just to look at it, just to see what you were doing. But really, I don't get my hair done like that anyway. And for me, that's the truth. As much as deeply embedded as I am in the industry, I do not go to any hairstylist or anything. I don't. I do a lot of my own stuff. I only have a braider. I'll let you braid my hair. You want to braid it down? They're gonna feel some type of way. But this is exactly why this is one of the many reasons why I keep telling people you want to constantly be pulling in new clients because one little thing will trigger a person and they will start acting and shifting on you because you're dealing with humans. And we know people from sitting in our chair, but we don't really know the ins and outs of their personality. We don't really know the ins and outs of what really triggers them. And you'd be surprised at how cool and kiki and you could be with a person. And one thing can happen that they feel some type of way about, especially if they're bold enough to come to you like that. And depending on your answer, you may notice that they back away from you. Just that easy. Because we're dealing with unpredictable humans. And that's why you always got to have a realm. What is that? A realm in the bush. That ain't even the right saying. But you always got to have some backup plans, meaning you always got to be, looking out and keeping your books while these people may be like this, maybe going out your books. You got to always have some back burners. Always, always, always. Don't ever get too comfortable with anyone because they're humans. Humans are unpredictable. Yep, thanks for coming. Come again. I feel like I be overspending sometimes on myself, but I call it investing in myself. You can never overspend on yourself, to me. To hell with how they feel. Look, Lauren, what's you over there? What's in your sippy cup? What is in your sippy cup? So I guess that's my answer. All these little case studies, they can't affect your money. People don't want to hear that, but they can because people are petty like that. Somebody just look. People are petty like that. They can't be petty like that. What you think, everybody's not thinking like what you think. And some people feel like you should return a favor if you like it or not. I have people all the time saying, "Oh, I'm designing t-shirts now." I look at the t-shirts, it's nothing spectacular to me. And little do they know, I design t-shirts. I'm my vendor. I can do anything I want to do. Hell, I'll make you a rug, curtains, whatever you want. So when people say stuff like that, I'm gonna be honest with you. Just because you said you make t-shirts, I'm not gonna go and then the t-shirt be priced as hell, like $30. I'm not gonna buy a t-shirt for you for $30 just because you're my client, especially when I know I can get the t-shirt for like $7.99. I'm not going to do that just because I know you. I'm just not, because to me that's a waste of money, especially if I don't like the design. You would have to design something outrageously creative and just off the charts for me to do that, especially if it's something I already do. I'm just not. I'll find a way, and what I'll do is I'll probably post your stuff like someone said. I may post it on my page or whatever, but I don't feel obligated to spend money just because you spend money over here. I don't have to spend it over there. I just don't waste money like that. And people say, well, they come in your chair. Well, if they consider coming to get their nails done by me a waste, then you should go somewhere else. I always got one coming in, one going out anyway. But you're not gonna hunker me like that. Like, you're not gonna put me into a trick bag like that. And a lot of stuff that people do, I do. And I just don't talk about it. I do it. And you wait till I move. I do it all myself. So I want to support, but I'm not going to waste money just to support. I make that a barter, a mobile braid down for, and I don't like bartering either. I got a whole bunch of stories about bartering. Bartering usually goes wrong at some point. Bartering can be tricky. Tricky. I'm telling you, it always starts out the first 1 or 2 times good. It always go left. It always, always, always. And I hear my other clients who do different things. They have problems with people and fall out with people about bartering. Bartering can be tricky too. I literally wrote all these down. Thanks for coming. I'm just telling you my inner thoughts. I could be wrong. I'm just telling you how I move. What about MLM companies? I've had a few of those approach me as well. I don't do MLM. I'm going to put it to you like this. MLM companies, and if someone has a case study, write case study and ask your question. Just remember, it will be live and stay up here indefinitely. MLM is multi-level marketing, right? And so what happens with them is it's not a scam per se, but MLMs always disappear. The most recent one was what was that? Susus, everybody was jumping in. It was an MLM type setup. People make money. The people who get in early make money. Somebody always gets burned in the end because it never keeps rotating. They've been around since the 80s. They never, 70s actually. They never keep rotating. And the people who get in later in those, they always get burned. They just disappear, dissipate. So MLMs, I don't fool with them because you don't know where you are in the rotation. You can get burned at any time. And fast money, come fast, it go fast. I'm going to write it down too so I don't forget next time somebody want to say support. No, y'all, support is okay, but you will know. You will know when it's being used in a way to try to guilt you. You'll know. More say I don't do bartering. Bartering can be funny. Now, you can do it here or there with a person, but don't get on this is just me. I don't like getting on a straight barter system with somebody because that shit gets tricky. Somewhere down the line, it gets tricky. Like somebody wants you to do something outrageous and they can't do what they said they're going to do for you. Or you ask them to do something and they want to charge you a little something because it's so much more. Or they can't do it on the day that you wanted them to do it. So they mad at you. Like bartering can be funny. I've done it like 10 times in my life. It always ends up where I don't fall out with the person, but I just end up being like, let me fall back. It never keeps going. It's rare. Once you do it for one client, then all clients expect to patronize their business. It's okay if you want to do it, but nobody is going to guilt me into doing it. I buy gifts for people and I show up to things and do whatever I'm going to do, but I'm doing it because I wanted to do it. Nobody is going to guilt me into doing it. There are people that started out as my clients. They are my clients, and I've been to their events, their parties, their functions, and I've done the absolute most. And they was in shock, like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you did all this for me," because I wanted to do it. It's totally different from a person trying to guilt me. Because if you try to guilt me, I won't buy you shit. How about that? That's just the alpha in me. Same. I want my cash or e-payment. I'll decide what I do with it later. No barters. Barters can be tricky. I do them, but I don't go into a we never pay each other. We just barter. I don't. I will barter here or there on a one-time basis, but I don't go into an agreement where we don't spend money with each other. It just gets messy. Some type of weird way, it always gets messy. Let's just take it on a case-by-case basis. And then, two, here's the other thing with bartering. Sometimes I can't afford to barter with you this particular week. I need that damn money. How about that? I'm just going to keep it real with you. What I'm doing for you is $100. I don't need my hair done this week. I don't need this week. If you want your stuff done, I need the $100. So how do you come out of that barter? How do you come out of that? That's a whole case study in itself. What are you supposed to say? I don't need your services, but I need you to pay me for mine. See, how do you come out of a barter? And like I told you, for me, barters don't work too a lot of the times because I do so much myself. I do it all myself. Like most things that people do, I do it too. I just don't do it to make money, but I do it sometimes just kind of like a hobby. So a lot of things I'm just like, I don't really need you. I do it. Exactly, Muni. Not everyone has the same quality to barter. That's another thing. I was bartering with someone and I did a service that was decent and it was like, oh, expensive service. And I did it because I want this person to do my hair. It's funny because I want this person to do my hair and they did quick weave for me. It was a while ago. And the quick weave did not even last 3 days. It was falling apart. Like literally all around here, all up under here was falling. Well, what did you do? I didn't do it. I literally did nothing. I put the bonnet on and I went to sleep. It was just poor craftsmanship, to be honest with you. I was just like, I didn't do anything. So then I had to drive all the way to this person again to have them fix it. And even then, it just wasn't right. So then this person wanted me to come back and do them because it was time for me to barter with them. And I did it, but I wanted to end the barter. You know why? Because it was, to me, it wasn't a fair exchange because my work is lasting, but yours is not. You see what I'm saying? I know what I'm not just saying stuff to be mean. I'm saying things for a reason. Yep, they'll barter a bling nail when they only get a plain mani. Nope. Especially with nails, there's so much you can do with nails. If they want extra crap on all their nails, it doesn't even equate to the same amount. Yeah. And this was the thing, like when the last barter I did, it was just too much. It was just unequal to me because the person was, to me, not that skilled. I wasn't like expert at what I was giving them, but to me, they were like even less skilled. And I was just like, I don't know. She may have felt the same way about me. I don't know, but I just don't like the barter. It can be real sticky. If I do something, I want to do it just naturally on my own. Really losing money in a sense. Yeah. Forget that pay me. Yep. I'd rather you just pay me, I pay you. You pay me, I pay you. When I need you, I pay you. You pay me. Now, what I will do with the person is like, oh, okay, you hook me up, I hook you up. Meaning I'm paying you, but neither one of us charge our full price to each other because we cool like that. That's cool. What is this, Lauren? Y'all know I can't see. Those are skeletons, right? And it looks funny on this screen. So I want to give people a chance, like if anyone wants to do a Instagram review or has a case study question, this is the time where we do that. Favor for favor. Favor for favor is bartering. It depends. I'm just saying you got to be careful when going into those sort of things long term because they can be sticky. I'll give you an example. So let's say I am a nail tech, right? I am a nail tech. So a person says, oh, I want a pedicure in a full set, and I'll do your hair for you, right? So it's like pedicure full set. Fine. But then you come in and the only thing you need really is to be braided down and to curl. Well, I'm not gonna say curl. We're gonna say I just need you to tack this wig down and curl this wig, like cut it and curl it. Okay, well they tacked the wig down and cut it and curl it. Then how much was that? But you just did like all this work on them. It's like it can get sticky because it's all subjective. You got to be careful who you do that with and make sure you all on the same page. Y'all, come on, don't be scared. Yep. I choose my battles. A bling nail for a couple of your kids' bars of chocolate is not too bad. Right. It just depends. It just depends. And like I said, it's okay, but wait, don't be trying to act like I owe you because I don't owe you. You paid me and I gave you a service. I owe you nothing more. Anything else is just me being nice or me being showing you that, hey, I like you. Hey, congratulations. You know? So, does anyone have any questions that could be like a little mini consult? Does anyone have an Instagram that they want the people here on the live to kind of take a look at? Does anyone have any issues or problems that they want to discuss momentarily? Hmm. Okay, so I think we have one here. Wow, that's kind of deep. That's a good one. As she sips her tea, let me read. How do I not feel jaded towards beauty YouTubers that never went to school, but I did? I feel like it's a slap. Ooh, ooh. I feel like it's a slap psh, psh, to my face for all the times I studied my craft. Ouch. Yeah, I'm such a lady. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. What? And I'm just one person. So don't hate me when I say what I say because what I say is not to be taken as the gospel of the Bible. These are just my inner thoughts, right? But this is what I want you to take in your mind, hopefully, maybe, to not feel jaded. What do these social media sensations these days in the nail industry, what do they mainly do? Madam Gracie, what do they mainly do? They do this. My favorite smock, you guys, which is available. Designs, 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 designs. There's nothing wrong with that. That's fine. You are doing the right thing not to be jaded. You block them out because, like I said, and I'm not speaking of anyone in particular, but what you see on camera is usually glitz and glam. What you see a person doing on camera means nothing because people fake in front on the internet all damn day. Fake in front like they're in positive, good, healthy relationships and they're not. People fake in front like they making all this money and they're not. People fake in front like they on vacations they can't afford. People fake in front. So a person can be really good at doing nails. People can fake in front like they have these big stores where they're selling all this merchandise all the time. They have call centers and people, but they're not. Because if a lot of the indicators will point to these people are not, a lot of them, can't say all of them, a lot of them are fronting to convince you because They want to convince you to spend more money or to follow them or whatever. Most busy people are simply that, busy making money. It's hard for them to get on camera. Hello. But so I don't know if you all know, but in the YouTube industry, in the hypergamy sector, there was a YouTuber arrested this not too long ago. She was brought up on charges for fraud because she frauded so many people. I think it came up so far. The total was like $40,000 that she has frauded people into thinking that she was a relationship coach, and her mugshots are all through YouTube. But she had everyone thinking that she was living this lavish life and doing the darn thing. I didn't care for her personally. Her channel was weird and her energy was off to me. And I had a feeling, and I was right. She went to jail. She has more accounts coming upon her now. So, when you got to take social media with a grain of salt. Okay. There's a male YouTuber right now who's out here convincing men, blah, 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 blah. On the male side, he's a fraud also. And it's slowly but surely, it's coming out pretty fast that he's a fraud. He has a criminal record too. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to the beauty industry, a lot of that you have to take with a grain of salt. And that's one of the reasons why I don't really sit up here and just be like, oh, I'm doing these other. I tell you the truth. It's been slow. I haven't really been doing it, or I make this much money. I make my money because I don't just do nails. I don't have a job now. I am an entrepreneur. So I do nails, but I also invest money. I also, have my online store, which started out in 2013, and it had one name, Face Putty, my makeup products. And then I switched it over and scaled it to supply beauty supplies, which is down here, and nail supplies. So I tell you the truth. You get what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit up here and just tell you what you want to think. If you watch and get sucked into and compare yourself to what a lot of other people are doing, then you will feel like a failure. But people are rarely telling you the whole story. I try to tell you as much as I can, but it is the internet. But I'm a stock, I invest in stocks. And I've talked to you all about getting into the stock market over a year ago. If you would have gotten into it over a year ago, you would have seen that you could have made a nice amount of money and paid off your car or something. So it's like a lot of us who are really trying to keep it real, we have many ways of making income. But you can make money, really good money doing nails. Still, I'm just older, so I'm trying not to build this huge clientele. Matter of fact, I had to pull back and kind of stop posting because I feel like I have enough business right now to sustain me, and I'm okay with that. And then COVID happened, but I'm just trying to show you all how to get to that point. So when you're watching other people online, just because they're posting up all these beautiful designs and they say how much this set will be, or I charge $180 for this, da, 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 that don't mean they're busy every day. I could tell you some of these people live at home with their parents. Some of these people got a husband that pays the bills. And they don't really have to make money. If they make money, they do. They don't, they don't. So you got to be careful, and you have to look at the whole picture of what you see of people on the internet. That's my answer. So why feel jaded? Because if you're feeling jaded, then that means that this person on social media is doing their job into tricking you based on what the content they decide to put out. Because most people on social media, even on your personal Facebook feed, put out usually always the positive stuff, the stuff they want you to see. Everybody's out having a good time. Everybody's living up their best life. People rarely put when they get fired, they get laid off, they paid their bills late this month. They know who brags on having $3.42. Who brags on barely doing any clients this week. They're never going to tell you that part. The only part you're going to see on social media is the positive part, the part where somebody always got a client in their chair. They don't tell you the whole story. I live in my parents' basement. Or my dad is rich, so he gives me money every month. Or my dad is rich, I live in his building, so I don't pay rent. They don't tell you that part. They tell you just enough to keep you watching, to aspire to be like them, the image that they put out there. That's how you're not jaded. You got to understand that social media is a lot of smoke and mirrors. A lot of fucking smoke and mirrors. Your Facebook feed is smoke and mirrors with the people that you know. Smoke and mirrors. Don't believe what you see on the internet. A lot of that crap is smoke and mirrors. A lot of people are not living the life that they put out there on social media for real, for real, for real. Okay? That's how you're not jaded. You are exactly where you're supposed to be at this time in this place in life. God gave you exactly what you're supposed to be doing. If you doing what you're supposed to be doing, God got you exactly in position to move to the next level. Just because this person is here today doing what they put out there, like they doing so big, it could all be fake. But even if it's real, that's him blessing them in their time. He got you. He didn't forget about you. You keep going. You keep watching these videos, watching everything else. Something big is going to come to you. You're going to grow. You're going to grow. So you can look at them and be jaded, or you can look at the some of that smoke and mirrors and be inspired, because they could be faking and fronting, and it could happen for you for real. You know what I'm saying? So why be jaded? If things are causing you to be jaded or triggered, you need to step away from it. If things are causing you to be jaded, and this is for anyone, if it's something that's causing you to be heavily triggered, or you feel yourself becoming a little jealous, or why isn't it me, or step away, breathe, step away. Matter of fact, step away from all this for a week. Go on a vacation, go visit your best friend, go do a staycation downtown in a nice hotel. Treat yourself, meditate. The answer is going to come to you. Your next step will come to you. I can't tell you what it is, but it will come to you. I promise you. I hope the answer. How do you handle a client that comes to you that has had service? Okay. How do you handle a client that comes to you that has had services done somewhere else and you don't do it? For example, I do lashes, and I had a new girl come in and want these extremely long lashes. Let me read some more because I'm trying to figure out exactly what your question is. I don't do the long lashes, so I told her I didn't have the supplies to even do the fill, wondering if I handled that properly. You don't do them, you don't do them, right? Because it's funny you mention that, because with nails, funny you mention that. With nails, the new trend that's out are these super long straight nails with no support, just. And I said, I told him, and you need to, and that's the new thing where girls don't want to be able to bend their hands, do nothing. Everybody just want to be walking around doing like this. I guess. I don't really do those. And that's okay. I don't do them, and that's okay. You just say I don't really. That's not my area of specialty. Now, if you know how to do it, just be now in that situation. You be straight up, because I have the tips to do them that long. I prefer not to even build a clientele around those, because I don't really care for those, and I don't want to even do them because it's going to bring more of those people, and it's going to take me in a direction I don't want to go. That's why I talk about branding. Branding and the way you put yourself out there, whatever you put out there, is what's going to attract. And it's going to be harder and more painful to get rid of those people if you are not happy doing them. It's not going to, it'll be some money for today. So if you don't do those silly long lashes, whatever. Some people like them, some people do them. You're just not the one. It's not a good fit. Some things are just not a good fit. Now, I sometimes like them. It just depends with the lashes on what mood I'm in. But some technicians do the classic lashes. And to be honest with you, I have experience in doing those as well. And I've said it in other videos, lashes just went there because lash extensions ain't nothing new. It just became available to the common regular schmegular chick, because that was always a high-end experience that was upwards towards $1,000 to get done. And now it's cheap and not even really worth the work, to be honest with you, for such tedious work. And they've changed it to the point where it's like, why even get those? You could just throw a strip on because they look like a big, thick strip. I get it. I think they're cute sometimes if I'm in the mood. But if you don't do them, you don't do them. Because there are clients out here who like still the classic, more natural look. Don't focus on that. Just focus on the people who still want the natural look. Because for every day, realistically, I like the more natural look. I'm an older chick and I still like getting those services. So it is what it is. Joshua laughing at me, forget you. Such a lady. I am such a lady, such a fucking lady. I'm such a fucking lady. Gracie, you have the upper hand. Yeah. Look, I already said it. Y'all know. I see Gracie's point, because a lot of these overnight techs are taking the professionalism out of the profession. Holy crap. I get what you're saying. Like, literally, I get what you're saying because that is true. That is true. Because you have a lot of people who are naturally talented and they refuse to make it professional. That is why you have to have your brand and you have to be very specific in who you are bringing into your chair. Because if you don't want to go that way, you need to have some more solid, grounded people already in your rotation because they don't even pay attention to that because that is just a trend that comes and goes. And those people will be working someplace else. And you mark my words, it's nothing new. You know, some people may, and it hasn't been happening lately, but I don't care. I've seen it before. I've been on this earth long enough to see the cycles, and they all have the same, same outcome. It's a lot of talented people in the beauty industry. It doesn't matter if it's nails or whatever. But the people who don't take it seriously and they get cocky and they just think they ish, they burn themselves out because they just take everybody. They don't have no direction. They just doing what's hot. They just doing what's hot. And they get burned out because they're doing the absolute most for the absolute least. And they start to hate it and they disappear. What they first start to do is take their books down. Out of nowhere, I've seen it happen. This girl popping, everybody's talking about this girl. And then out of nowhere, you can't get an appointment with her. Sometimes she ain't that booked. She's really tired, y'all, I guess. And she just closed the book for a minute because she don't feel like being bothered. She ain't got no sleep. She she don't even have time to spend the money that she made. So she starts shutting down her books. I promise you this is how this happens. She started to shut down her books because she needs to breathe. She started to hate it. Then she started to dread to open the books back up. But she needs some more money. Okay? She need to feed that. She need to feed this spending habit. Now she don't went out and start buying Gucci and all this because all this money coming to her fast. So she got to open up her books because she needs some more money. Because she failed to run a business correctly. So she spends every dime she gets. So she's forced to do it. It's a trick bag. Okay? So she opens up her books. And then you'll start seeing bad reviews about the person saying they got a nasty attitude, they got a stank attitude, they were super late, they kept stopping and eating and on their phone every 5 minutes. Because guess what? At this point, what was once fun for her is now annoying to her. But she has to do it because she has developed this insatiable shopping habit or traveling habit or popping bottles habit. Looking like she got it on social media. She got to keep it going. So she got to deal with you. But for real, she tired of all y'all. But she wants your money. That's where you don't want to be. She refused to save money. So she's back out here basically just going through the motions. And then they start disappearing for weeks at a time, or they start not showing up for appointments. And then they start to get a bad reputation. And then they put up a post on social media cussing everybody out. I'm sure you've seen that too. I could tell you. Then they cuss everybody out on social media because they're frustrated. They wits in at that point. They're talented. Everybody wants them, but they fail to even run the business or set it up any type of way. So it's straight chaos. They need the money, but they don't want to be bothered with you. And then they just disappear. And then somebody else steps in who's just as good. And that's how that happens. So don't feel no type of way about them. They come and they go. It's always somebody talented. But I'm not too worried about them because it's way more to it than just the designs. Exactly. Jen, say you can do them. I'm just not as long, but let them know that they will look darn good. Yeah, because so I have the tips to do the super long nails. But I tell people, and people that come to me, they know how I feel about those nails. That's not really my thing. I can do it, but it's gonna cost. And that's another thing. If I'm gonna do it, you're gonna pay. That's another thing. This is another thing. If you start doing things like that, charge what you would charge for it. Don't be trying to fall in line with what everybody else is charging. Because number one, if you're gonna do it, you better get paid what you feel like everybody should be charging. Charge it. Because you're gonna either get the money that you want to be paid, or they're gonna go somewhere else and you don't have to deal with it. It's a win-win either way. You're either gonna get what you feel like you should be paid, or they're gonna go somewhere else. How is it a loss? Because you don't really want to do it. You don't have to be what everybody else being. And just because everybody else doing it, don't mean they're gonna be around forever. They probably getting today money. Some of these people are hustlers. We're business people, okay? Yes, I mean those were so long. I'm afraid they would damage the natural lash, and that's why I don't carry that length. Okay, and you simply say that. I have that length of nail tips. I know you're talking about lashes, but I have not used them yet because everybody who comes to me know that I don't really care for that. Those super long Edward Scissorhand nails. I know that's what's popping right now. If you want me to really do them, know that you're gonna pay me top dollar. They're gonna look good, but you ain't gotta tell people I did it because I don't want all those people in my chair asking for that. So I get it. Trust me. Yes, I know about the YouTuber. That's the reason why I asked this question because I believe this is cheapened the industry. I hate that people are being scammed by frauds. Yeah, and I don't know if she's still in jail, but you're going to see more of that very soon because a lot of truths are coming out. Okay, about people, even in the beauty industry. Do not be letting these people fool you. Let me tell you something else too. Some of these chicks in this beauty industry that's acting like they doing this and that and this and that, they dating fucking scammers. Okay, they boyfriend is a damn scammer. I ain't saying nobody in particular. I'm just saying a lot of chicks out here dating scammers, card crackers. Let's be real. Let's talk. They want you to believe they're making all this money from doing nails or doing hair or doing lashes or their whatever. A lot of them are getting money from street dudes. But that's what people don't say, and that's what people don't talk about out loud. Jen, did you do the feel? Play up your strong suits. You got it. Yeah, you stick with your brand. This is why I said it is so important because, especially right now in the industry with social media, it is a blessing and a curse because anybody can get out there, put up a few pictures, and people flock because you are dealing with a follower mentality. And you have to be strong and consistent in saying that you are about a brand. You have to know what it looks like, what your ideal client looks like, and I'm going to keep saying it. I'm going to keep saying it. You see how everything I say keeps tying into your brand? It keeps tying into your brand. You have to know and be consistent because you can easily get distracted by what other people got going on. And I'm telling you, a lot of stuff that you see going on the internet is not what you think. Okay? Okay? I do nails, but I charge. I've been doing a lot of people for 15 plus years. I'm friends with a lot of these people, and I have business professional women. A lot of my clients, I keep saying it, are nurses. I have attorneys. I have teachers, and I have more stable women. It don't matter what's happening in the industry. I know that they're the most stable. I don't go jumping on every bandwagon, and I stick to it. And even when things are slow, that's why I tell you, and this is where some of my future books and things, how to scale your beauty business, because even when those things, you have to be able to ride the waves, and there are ways to ride the wave. So I have they say 7 sources of income. You need to at least have 5 sources of income, at least. I'm not going to lie to you too. YouTube is a source of income. I get paid for these videos. Y'all know that. This book is a source of income. My classes are a source of income. That's 24 hours a day. And I do nails and I invest in the stock market. I'm just saying. And there are like 2 more things too. I can't think of what they are, but I have other things going on. So I don't get too worried when what they're doing because they're over here doing this trendy stuff. And I'm just over here focusing on my brand that I figured out years ago. And I'm just sticking to that. And now I'm going to pay attention to what's happening, try to buy some different things. But my clientele can't and does not want to wear a lot of that stuff because they're a little more, they're a little more calm, a little more, I hate to use this word. They're just a little more played down. That's the nice word to use. I'm struggling with my crisp shaping. Ugh. And I feel like cosmetology schools has me pulling in different directions. So with shaping, I tell people to get the general shaping up front, okay? And you don't worry about the real shaping until you lay the acrylic. Too many people spend too much time pre-shaping. It just should be general. Now, maybe you should get the acrylic class because if you have a really hard time with the shaping, maybe the acrylic is you're losing control. You never had control of the acrylic because it should not take you much time to shape either. Okay. So I do have a class called Great Acrylic Every Time. So sometimes it's like your acrylic, you lose control of the acrylic and you shape nails and then you lose the darn shape because the acrylic just ruined the shape because it ran everywhere. It just completely put you back at square one. That's what you don't want to. Another thing with shaping is you have to focus on the shape, but then once you have gotten the shape, you should turn the hand back around. You should be turning the hand back around. So you're shaping the person's nails like this. And then once you're done, you should be holding their hands up like this and holding it up this way. So you're shaping from this point, but then you should be going and shaping it from this point. And what I will do too, when I'm doing people, I will glance this way. I might do like that if I'm not sure to make sure it looks straight, so yeah, that's that. And then also I must ask people, everyone, just talking to someone earlier, how consistent are you? Because if you're doing a set or two a week, you're never going to get that skill set up. If you really have a problem, something, you need to be doing it every day because it takes about 21 days to develop a habit in something, to the point where you don't have to really work hard at it. I probably would have told her I don't do the style lashes she's wanting. It's okay. Not everyone's a good fit. Yeah, don't feel no type of way about it. Let those people go over there to those people that's doing this right now. Your focus should be and should have always been whoever your ideal client is. Have you said and thought about that? If we don't know where we're going, you can be led anywhere. If you don't know where you're going, you can be led anywhere. Don't be too thirsty or you'll drink anything. You can end up poisoning yourself. You got to know where you're going and you got to know what type of drink you want. You got to know what it is so you'll know what to target because that person is targeting one way and they're targeting another. Let me explain something to you. And I'm not going to say which one is which, but if you really look at people's marketing strategy on social media, it's different ways. You have people that a lot of the girls that are doing the hottest, latest thing, they get people in different ways. They'll post things, but they'll also put up their personal life popping bottles. They'll put up their personal life Gucci head to toe, stuff that don't Gucci don't even freaking make. They send up their posting it like Gucci does not make toothbrushes. You know what I'm saying? Like everything is Gucci from head to toe, whatever. And they're using that to kind of draw people in to spend money with them on the nails. So they're doing it that way. But that's not your style. They notice that that's what's getting people to book more. So that's what they keep doing. So while you're watching them, you getting distracted on the way that you were doing it, which is posting good, clean work and just simply being stating what you do and how to get in touch with you. There are people watching you. I keep telling you, there are people watching you. I've had people tell me I've been watching you for months and I finally decided to book. They will watch you to see what type of person you are. And different people are attracted to different things. So you got to know who you're trying to attract. Okay? Just pay attention. I'm not gonna say anything. And I don't really watch people that heavily because I'm busy. But when I was looking, I'm like, interesting. How you put your brand out there, if you have a brand, will attract different people. Don't worry about how they're doing it. And those people are chair hoppers. You don't want chair hoppers. They're not loyal. And this is confirmation, once again, because I'm not going to lie, I haven't been feeling super motivated lately. Because I find myself doubting myself. I'm learning that, Lauren. I'm still fairly new because I took a while off during COVID, just opened my salon in February. Yeah, and a lot of us did. So don't you worry about that. Like, and here's the thing. Stop thinking everybody wants all that shit. Like, everybody does not. I got clients, I have to break their arm to even put a design on one finger. And somebody else said I do more calmer nails. I don't do all this stuff. Those are the people that really bring in my money. Like, that's why I don't get too deep into the designs because that's not where my real bread and butter comes from. And those type of designs and all that craziness and longness and extremeness, that takes a lot of time. I can make more money doing the plainer folks because the plainer folks, I can get them in and out. Like, let's just say a fill in and a pedicure, 2 hours and 15 minutes, right? But then that person paid me, depending 35, 45 plus another 50, almost $100, right? An hour and 15 minutes. But then this person come over here and they got me doing all this work and all this long extreme stuff, and we got to sit down and discuss and figure out color schemes, and I got to put on 50,000 rhinestones on the set, and they gave me $140, $150, but I was working on them like over 3 hours. I make my money easier over here. I'm less stressed over here. I use less product over here. It was an easier day over here. So that's why I don't worry about what they're doing over there, because they're going to burn out before I burn out. You got to preserve your body. You got to preserve your mind. You got to preserve yourself. It's fun to do that here and there, but you don't want that clientele. Most of those people that have that type of clientele, I'm telling you, they don't last long. They do not last long in this industry. And those who do last long in this industry doing that, if you watch them over time, you will see them shift. You can see them trying to come back up off of that, and they'll start pushing something more muted, less work, because they're burned the hell out. I promise you. I promise you. Oh, I'm behind on comments. Comparing yourself to others, but then I have to realize everything isn't what it seems, and it's not. And people do that on your social media timeline. Everybody always doing well. They never tell all the bad stuff. And it's crazy because if you know the people, and you know somebody, people talk so damn much, they tell everybody business. You be knowing a real deal. They send up here with a bottle of champagne. It's like, she just borrowed $40 from me. Like, do not go off social media. I'm telling you. With nails, it's certain nail. Wait, with nails, it's certain nails I won't do, and it's okay. I refuse to do extendos. That's not my style, and that's okay. That's what I'm saying. I feel like the nail tips that's out now is long enough, but what's out now is the extra long straight nails. Fine, go to those technicians who do it. I don't really care to do it. That's fine. It's just not me. I don't feel that bad because I can't do everything that's hot. I'm trying to find consistency in my money. that's for now. I can guarantee you by next summer, that's going to be back out and something else to begin. Anytime, and congratulations on the opening. Congratulations. And those nails come with a certain type of clientele. I didn't say that. You said that. I didn't say it. You didn't. I didn't say it. You said it. Y'all give me 1 second, okay? I don't know what that was, but whatever. I was just trying to introduce myself again. You know, I have to take these little lady breaks. I didn't say that. Lauren said it. I love Lauren. You like your classic set lashes, and guess what? There are people who still want it because I like classic sets, but I would like a full classic set. But what's being done now didn't even exist back when I learned about lash extensions. There was no, didn't even exist. They say Russian volume. They've taken Russian volume and put it on steroids. Russian volume nails didn't even look like that. Russian volume has always been a thing done by the Russian women. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But what they're doing now, that's the hood version of it. I'm just going to be honest with you. That's the hood version of Russian volume. Some people might get mad. Get your money, sis, but that didn't even exist. So don't feel like what you're doing is obsolete because actually what they're doing is a hybrid of something that's been around. Can't nobody go up against me on that because I've been in this industry too long and I worked everywhere. I could tell you. Thank you. I do classic and hybrid, but not Russian. Wasn't trained on it. See? And the way that these lashes are being done nowadays, I like them. If I'm in the mood, I've said it like 5 times, but the technique that they're using, that's not even the proper technique. It's touching the skin. It's not supposed to touch the skin. Like it's some made up stuff. And I promise you, like it's gonna go to another place. So don't you worry your pretty little head about that because that's gonna change because they made that up. They made that up. You don't have to get all the money. You ain't gotta get every dollar. Yep. Don't feel bad. Your clientele is out there. The crazy lashes aren't. See, I haven't even read the comments and everybody already saying what I'm saying. They're just a trend right now. There's nothing like a beautiful classic set. Yes, keep doing what you do. I still do a lot of more subdued sets of nails. I can do some of that stuff, but some of it I don't even want to be bothered with. And most of the people that come to my chair don't even want it. Okay? I let the younger girls or I let them girls, whoever do it, do it. But the question is, well, a lot of them, are they running their business properly? I bet you I make more money than them. I bet you I do. I bet you they do more people than me and I make more money than them because I understand how to calculate overhead. I have targeted the right people who are good fits and I'm charging my worth because I know how much I make an hour. A lot of those people that look busy and posting all this stuff like, get in where you fit in, da, 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 da. I'm telling you, they are burning themselves to the ground. They ain't hardly making this much money. I make $1,000 a week. I make $1,500 a week. You worked 86 hours this week. And you know, I already did the calculations. You worked 86 damn hours in 1 week and you made $1,500. Let me do math. Let me do the math. I'm just curious. 1,500 divided by 86. Yep, I see. You made $17 an hour. Plus, you got to go buy supplies and everything. You ain't making no money. You feel like it, but if they did the math, they ain't making no money. Do not worry about the people like that. They ain't charging enough for all the work they do. Most of them. I'm especially not doing the long plastic spoon nails because wait, I'm what? The long plastic spoon nails because I work off commission, so I really wouldn't make money off of it. Yeah, and see, this is the thing. In this microwave social media society, people are so obsessed with looking a certain way, rather than looking like they have it than actually having it. A lot of people are too obsessed with likes instead of actually having something, having a plan, thinking about the future. What about retirement? Do you have any goals? You own a house? You trying to? What about retirement? You say you want to do this. How you gonna retire? How long can you keep up this pace? What you gonna do when this go out of style? Do you know how to do the other stuff? Oh, you only know how to do this real good. So look, you got to sit down and look at the numbers. The numbers are what really matter. I want to get the more everyday women clientele who are consistent. Hey, do you have the book, Lauren? Because that's in there. I forgot which number it is, but let me go grab one of the books. I got some. Hold on. Here I come. I just grabbed a stack of books. Here are the books. And that's in the book. This is the book. So it's funny because that's in here. I haven't opened this book in a while. I'm not gonna lie to you. I just grab them and I pack them up. But that's actually in the book, what you said. And we talk about the different types of women, your targets. Who are your targets? And so you have the hardcore businesswoman, you have the fashionistas, right? You have the book, you already know what I'm talking about. This is what chapter? I think this is week 3. So we have these different women. So you have the everyday businesswoman, you have the fashionistas, you have the soccer moms, right? And then you have that artistry type chick. You have different types of clients. It's hard to target people if you haven't sat down and thought about which ones you want in your chair. So there is like a whole entire week, a whole week dedicated to that. You can target those people. And then once you start targeting those people and you start getting those people in your chair, when you start to get people who are not a good fit, then you will feel comfortable and okay saying we're not a good fit. You get it? You get it? Yes, I do. I can do all designs, length, shapes, but having a mix and steady, mature client mix with young and great, I don't get bored. See, I get that too because overall, my clientele is more mature and they're a steady mix. But I do have a few young girls who like all that stuff. And I said that before in another video because they still keep me on point. And I'll tell them sometimes, I like when they come and if I said, they already know if you want something more extravagant, try to book the last appointment at night or whatever, because I want to take my time and get into it, because the way my books are set up now, um, it's set up on like a tighter schedule. And I know a lot of those girls, what they want, they'll pay for it. They don't have no problem paying for it, but it's going to take more time than what I want to put in my books. So like, let's say this girl wants a full set and she wants this. She'll send me a picture off Instagram. Okay, I can do it. But here's the thing. My books only allow an hour and a half for a full set with designs, right? But that particular set, that's going to be 2.5 hours, close to 2.5 hours. If I move my books to 2.5 hours, that means anytime any one of my clients book a full set, it's going to block out 2.5 hours, which is essentially adding on an extra hour to everybody's appointment that I don't need. That's why I like those people to book at the end of the day. So I don't feel pressure and I don't want to adjust my books because they are not the majority of my clientele. They are a very small percentage and it works. It's a good thing. Like Nuni said, it keeps me on my toes. So, yep. Lauren, do some target ads that audience 30 and up. Yep. Great advice. Yep. I don't. The ads, they don't work. Lauren, you need to get a consultation because something is off. And I've already given you some advice, but you're going to have to move on it. I'm not sure. You need a consultation. I have a mix of photos on my page, but every Sunday I do simple Sunday story posts of French manis, nudes, and red to target the working woman. Mm-hmm. You think the algorithm is off or something? Yeah. And it's your location too. People came down that way when Lovely Mimi was there. They were coming more frequently, but now who wants to drive all the way down there if they don't already live down there? And the people that live in the area are a lower income target. So they're going to go to the Vietnamese. Just saying. Keep trying. Not all of them, but I'm saying they were coming there for the glitz again. We already talked about that, but something needs to be seriously adjusted. I also comment on people's pics in surrounding cities and say, nice shoes. Let me give you some nails to match your fly. Okay. Yeah, and that's another thing, Lauren. You might have to grab some influencers. You're right there in the Atlanta area. Grab some influencers and put your hands on them. Get you some exposure. There are a lot of people who just moved to Atlanta too. A lot of these Instagrammers are moving to Atlanta. And you should grab them. Like, I can't even think of her name, but I think it's Nikki. I don't know her handle on IG, but she was on Black Ink Shecago, and she was she was Forrest's girlfriend for a minute, and she moved to Atlanta, and she was dealing with was it Floyd Mayweather or 50 for a minute, and she's in Atlanta. You need to catch those new people, new in the city, Get them. Because I'm older, I'm physically limited. How do I make a profit without the physical stress? How much are you limited? That's kind of foggy. How limited are you? That's my next question. My daughter starts nail school, and can you just tell me? My daughter starts nail school in April, and she will be working with me at the shop. She's only 16, so I want to make sure I have my ideal client and brand set before she graduates. What type of clients? What are you offering? What type of services are you offering? Are you offering mostly nail enhancements? Are you working mostly on natural nails? Are you putting it out there that you do all these wing nails? Like, you have to decide what you really want to do or what you think your specialty is, because that's what you're going to put on your advertisements. That's what you're going to spend money promoting. Those are the pictures you're going to put on the wall. You put out any advertisements. That's what you're going to showcase. Then also the environment needs to reflect that. So when people come, it's like when they walk in the door, are you playing Cardi? Like if you're doing bling, and all that and long nails, then that environment, when they come in, they need to feel it all the way through and through. It's kind of weird. Like if a person is coming in, it's not, it is a little off. If you put yourself out there, it's like this artist who does all these long nails with this bling, and then they walk in and you got waterfalls, you got silent music with chimes like ding, ding, and then you're offering them cups of tea. That doesn't go with that nail. You get what I'm saying? So the environment needs to match how you promoting and how you're advertising, and you have to ask yourself, what do you want to do? Because all of that ties in together, because it's an experience. We're doing nails, but it's an experience too. So yeah, just start back doing that. I stopped commenting on people's pics lately. Me too, I did too. But I'm not really trying to attract new people like that these days. I love older people who pick one color and say sugar plum, and I'll see you in 2 weeks. They pay my bills. I tell them, I'm like, all that stuff will wear you out. It's nice to do here and there, but the people that's doing that day in, day out, they're going to be burned out in a year or so. Watch what I tell you. They're going to be taking more and more days off work. That is exhausting. I'm close to switching to expensive chemical hair services. And that's another thing. I tell people, hairstylists are asleep on that too. Colorists. I'm just throwing it out there. Colorists make a damn good living, over 6 figures, and they don't even style hair. All they do is color all day. You just got to go to a high-end spa, and all you do is color. You don't even wash them. The assistant come get them and wash them. All you do is color. All you do is color. You don't style. You don't wash. All you do is color, and they make 6 figures. People sleep on the potential of this industry. I need to make a shift in shift. Wait, I need to make a shift in with which type of nails I do. A lot of the girls that have sat in my chair want the full extra long tip, which is fine because the longest I'll go is the full tip, but I want consistent. That's another thing. Those girls are chair hoppers a lot of the time because they're going to go with whoever can do the latest, hottest thing and charge the cheapest price. That is not their motive to find a person. Their motive is to just look good and have the hottest, latest thing. Whoever can do it, that's who's going to do it. So that makes your money do like this. Sometimes it's up for a minute and then it can do like this again. You do have the book. Okay, cool. Cool. I want older people, but how do I get them? The older people, you actually got to go the old school route. The older people, you can start with the flyers because the older people are not on social media like that, right? So the older people, you got to go back to the hairstylist and say, give them some flyers or whatever. Or you got to go to the churches and do the first lady, or you got to do a teacher and ask them to bring their friends. Like, can you bring me 2 people, I'll do you for free. You just start doing that initially to get to those people. So when you're trying to get an older clientele, you got to figure out where they are, where they look. They still like paper in hand, business cards, flyers, and they're not necessarily, an older person is not going to say, let me go on Instagram and put on this hashtag. They don't even know what hashtag is. So you got to go old school to get older people. After listening to you, I think she may be better off starting with gel nails and pedicures. I'm an esthetician, so it's a spa environment. I'm sorry, it's been so much. Who's better off start? Oh, the daughter. Yeah. If it's a spa environment, you don't want a lot of acrylic smell because if you are really putting money into building this beautiful, relaxing spa environment, acrylic, those clients, especially if you're charging, they're going to complain about that. They are going to complain about the acrylic smell. So you don't want to make that a big focal point in your salon because of the scent. So you might want to have her focus more on manicures and then having different types of manicures and pedicures and different types of pedicures. And then it's upgraded to going into a gel and it's also upgraded into scrubs, mask, detox, you know, even that thing where you soak your feet and it pulls the toxins out, things like that, because those things don't generate a smell. So if you really try to build a spa environment, you have to think about the aroma because the aroma should be relaxing, lavender, rose, um, not too much eucalyptus, but jasmine, things like the things that are soothing. Acrylic is not a part of that per se, too heavy. I like the idea of showcasing the French nudes and reds. I love the classic nails. And yeah, and see, you can keep switching that up. See, that was her idea. And then you can keep switching up by putting something simple. You can even do something with the tiniest stones, the tiniest stones one week going into a heart. And then you could just talk a little bit why you love it and why it's such a classic beauty and why you like suggest this time of year. And you're gonna have people who resonate with you. You can't resonate with everybody. Okay, you be all over the place. So if that's what you want, you have to get into that mindset of what would appeal to them on social media. Also, depending on where you are, you may have to step outside of social media to reach that crowd and get some tastemakers, meaning people who are influential in that realm. Like you might have to go and grab, like I said, maybe the teacher, you might have to go grab a councilwoman, someone who is in charge of some type of organization or something like that. And you want to grab them and do their nails, and then just ask if you could maybe even come and speak at their group or come to one of their meetings and just have some flyers and the ladies, not the ladies from Miss Tacky. No, have speak to them and just offer your services that way. So you're gonna have to maybe have a more sophisticated approach, depending on what you're trying to do. Because on the other hand, certain women are not on social media because they don't indulge. And if you want that woman, how do you engage her? Right? Okay, so Nettie, you said I have a bad back. I can stand more than I can sit. I power through days and nights. I can barely turn over in bed. Okay, let me think. So, what you need to do if you want to do this is you need to book people. I would stay away from acrylic so much. I personally would go over probably to the natural nail side and I would just give myself a lot of space in between people. So maybe start a little earlier in the day, like 7 a.m., 7:30 a.m. So you could do a 7:30, a 10, a 1:30, a 5, and that's it. But if you're charging these people properly, like a gel mani pedi, you should be able to easily get close to $100. You can still make just as much. You're just gonna have to spread your day out a little bit more, and maybe only do them 3 times a week, and then go back to what I said. If you have a big acrylic clientele that has you sitting for a long time, you need to focus on the services that are shorter, such as manicures and pedicures, because a gel manicure I can do in 30 minutes if I want to, and you can too. So you're not sitting as much, you know? Also, with the pedicures, another thing is if you are working out of your home, instead of being in a traditional chair, what you can do is if I think you got a husband, I think you do. Anyway, even if you don't, you can have someone build you a pedicure station that is a stage. Okay. So instead of you being hunched over like this working, you can actually build a small stage that's like 5 by 7 and put the chair and the basin or whatever up there. And you can have it a little higher. So when you're working, you're not hunched over, you're more sitting because they're up higher. So you're doing the pedicure sitting up like this. It's going to feel weird for the first week or so, but you'll get used to it. And they simply have to step up 2 stairs to get a little higher to take the strain off your back. And then when they're in the chair, you're doing a hand service that's 30, 35 minutes versus sitting there doing all these extravagant designs that has you in the chair for 2 hours. That's a way to do it. And if you in charge properly, that's that's exactly the clientele I want, but who also don't mind being a little bit of pop. Yeah. So you put that out there and you just put yourself out there as that person. Yeah, older clients can come from word of mouth as well. Yep, they can. They can. They will. What's wrong with eucalyptus? There's nothing wrong with it, but the scent is not necessarily relaxing if it's overpowering, it's too much. So it's not so much calming, it's more invigorating. So that's why I was just saying, like, eucalyptus. You don't want a big shop full of eucalyptus. They're gonna feel like they're sitting in a forest somewhere or whatever. So you can have hints of it, but you want things that are more calming and relaxing. It's more invigorating. You don't want them overly stimulated. You want them just alert and relaxed at the same time. Thank you. Yeah, those are just the ideas. No problem that came to my mind instantly, you know. But though that's just something I would do because this is what I'm telling people. You know, it's one thing to be in this industry and to be young and free and I'm the shit and I know how to do the latest, hottest thing and people sitting in my chair and I'm balling. You ain't gonna always be balling forever because I've been there, done that. These young kids, they don't understand what you've been. I've been there. I'm older now, so now when my aunties and them used to say, I already did that. Now I'm the person saying I already did that. You're doing nothing new. You're just in that season. If you want to be in this long time, and for the long term, you got to be strategic. Like, what is the long term plan? How are you gonna get to my age and be able to still do this? How are you gonna get to my age and how are you gonna retire? Do you think she will get enough training on basic manicures in school, or should we plan for some more education after she finishes her class? Now, on manicures, what's going to happen is, I think it's still the same. They teach them the basics, and what happens is they start to work on real live clients. And I know when I went, that you had to complete so many in order for you to graduate. Getting your license is one thing, but you got to graduate from the school. So I want to say for us, you had to do 60 manicures. And every time you did a person, the teacher would check it off. So she should have enough experience in the basics of manicure and pedicure, and especially gel. The problem is if she's in school, I don't want to curse. She got to be serious in school. Now, if she in school messing around, just going through the motions, like, oh, I'm tired of doing these people. I'm tired of doing all these little free people. And she just going through the motions and doing anything, it's going to show, because when she come in your shop and people start paying real money, they're going to be complaining because it's chipping and it ain't staying on. It's sloppy. And they're going to complain. That's why you're going to know she wasn't in school doing what she was supposed to do and taking it as serious, because it's a lot of jokers in beauty colleges. A lot of people just there because they don't know what they want to do with their life. They're young. They're right out of high school. They didn't want to go to college, so they just got in beauty school and they don't take it seriously. And she get caught up in that crowd, you will know, because the real paying client's gonna tell it. But in terms of a basic manicure and pedicure, if she takes it seriously when she's in class every day, she should be okay coming out the door. Acrylic, that's up to her because she's not going to get a ton of experience in acrylic in there. The schools have you doing a ton of manicures and pedicures all day. So tell her, don't be in there playing around, like really be into it, like for real. Yeah, that's true. I'm just saying. Eucalyptus is also used as an odor eliminator, can smell nice, but not necessarily relaxing. Yeah. Yep. It's more, it can be like antiseptic. Yeah. They taught us basic manicures, but we were on our own with acrylic. Exactly. Yeah. And most of the acrylic that they're going to be doing in school, they'll be doing it on each other. And what happens is, this is the real deal. What happens is in school, they keep getting interrupted. So they'll start a set and then they'll get called in to do some clients. And they'll start a set, and they'll put on some acrylic. And then the teacher's like, okay, afternoon session, we're going to go into chapter 4. So they never really get that chance to just sit down and just hunker down and do set after set after set. The only time they're going to really get a chance to just really be into something is probably going to be manicures and pedicures on walk-in clients, demo people. It's rarely for a full acrylic set. It's more for natural. Um, Thank you. I'm writing all these ideas down. Now my goal is to get my prices right since I'm in an at-home salon and just licensed. I'm changing jobs, so I have none to guide me or to talk to. Well, that's why this channel exists. And then listen to these other people talking too. My men's manicure is on point thanks to the hubby. And that right there, you can go work in a barbershop on Fridays and Saturdays and easily make $600 just working in a barbershop on Fridays and Saturdays. And barbers tend not to charge a lot because they would just want your presence. If you go work in a barbershop, anyone who's watching this, if you want to go work in a barbershop, be cute when you walk in. Hi, I do nails. I just want to know if you can make some space for me. I think a lot of men are looking for someone and they don't want to go sit in a salon because they don't want to feel embarrassed. But I was just looking for a place where I could call home. I don't need a lot of space. I'm really good. If you want, I can come and do yours tomorrow and I can just, do a trial for the day. And I was just wondering, be smiling, be cute. Okay. Because this is a beauty business. And you can find a spot. And I'm telling you, you're going to make a lot of money. And you can just do that 2 days a week. And men tip well. And they're loyal. Men don't think like, oh, I'm going to go down the street because her polish shiny. They don't think like that. Like, as long as you listen to them and make them feel like a man and not feel weird about getting the service and you treat them good, massage with the men. Massage is everything. You can, if you're not scared to get in there and massage those muscles right up in here and get up in their arm, get that muscle right there and just really be aggressive. Don't be afraid. If you're going to do men's nails and feet, use some force, damn it. Don't be all punk ass with them. Get in there. Get in there. Grab it. Get in there. Get in there. If you get in there and you bend their hand back the right way and you get right here, you can make their arm tingle. You can literally waken some nerves up in here and it'll tingle. And they will never go anywhere. They'll be looking forward to it every week, getting their haircut and come sitting in your chair and paying you $20, $25 for a manicure. You get 4 of those, that's Shecago. So maybe that's why. Okay. I think I've talked you all to death. It's been 2.5 hours today. So I thought this was a good case study. I think these were some excellent questions. It's almost 11. Did I eat? No, I didn't eat again. I'm going to make me 4 pieces of ravioli with some lemon Alfredo sauce. Yeah, I thought this one was a really good one. It's a very productive video too. So I think I'm going to let everyone go because it's kind of late on this end. We got people from all over the world on here right now. And I really enjoy this. But I have another case study. And the next one is what goes around comes around. I did this one today, eye for an eye. But the next case study is what goes around comes around. And it may be this week, depending on how my schedule is. I think I'm pretty clear. So stay tuned. I will catch you all in the next video. Don't forget to rate, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Yeah, that's it. Thanks. Bye.